All right, time now is 10:59 a.m. in the morning on February 17th. Yes, uh slept for how many hours? 7 hours and 10 minutes, I believe. Yeah, I went to bed at around 3:15, which is awful. Oh, actually 3:20, and then I slept all the way till 10:30, I believe, I think. Or 10:20. So that's even less than 7 hours, is it? I don't know. But yeah, here I am. I really need to sleep earlier tonight. I really, really desperately need to do that because on Saturday I have to wake up at 6:30, and if I don't have any energy when I wake up at 6:30, then I would be completely screwed over, really, completely screwed over. Um I forgot to mention a couple things from yesterday, like my thoughts and feelings after the first course. I don't know, honestly. I can't predict the future. And I'm saying this because I feel like life is just never before so unpredictable to me. And I hope there are group projects in this film course, in Film 31 and Film 40. I just really hope that there are group projects because so far, when I've entered this college, I've never done a single group project. Not a single one. Like, why? I want to do group projects because I get to socialize with people. And the farthest thing I've gone to a group project are the breakout room activities in Spanish one. I actually really enjoy them because I get to chit chat with them sometimes after the activity. Yeah, I don't know if my acne is getting worse or bad or better. I have no idea, but I'm really trying my best. Like I'm really moisturizing my face every single night, and I'm drinking tons of water now, tons. But yeah, back to film course yesterday. An interesting experience nonetheless, and regardless of whatever happens, being able to learn film, something that I love, is a blessing. So there's that. Um, yeah. It's a shame that I didn't that the two Japanese people didn't show up. Both of them, neither of them showed up. Which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't know why I'm saying this. Like my little weeb heart is a bit disappointed. Honestly, I'm a little bit disappointed that neither any like Japanese or Korean people showed up. Like again, I'd like to make some, like for starters, if I were to have non-Hong Kong friends, I would love to have at least some East Asian friends first. Like and then I just work it towards, I don't know, other kinds of people. I know this is a weird way of going things because in America people are just people. You know, it doesn't matter if you're white or black or whatever. And yeah, uh anyways, I'm not gonna do too much today. I got Spanish class. Should I just drop it? Is that okay? Because now that apparently I don't have to take language courses, I don't know. I should send IEC an email to confirm this theory though. Um and yeah, I'm just gonna watch second half of Reservoir Dogs. I'm gonna watch anime tonight, and at around 4:55, my class will end, and I have to immediately fly to my college campus to take a booster shot. And that's that. I'm going to have some cereal for breakfast. The one that I hate, the Whole Foods one, but I have to finish it because it's a waste of money. And I don't want to throw it away. And then for lunch, I'm going to cook myself some gyozas. Another thing to talk about actually is that last night before I went to bed, like I was just standing here, like right here, just using my phone, and the Wi-Fi was awful. Like it was like 3 megabytes per second. Like the download and the upload speed, 3 to 4 megabytes per second, and it took 2.5 hours to upload a 10-minute long video. So I had to open the door and see if opening the doors will help. And it was like 2 a.m. and Mrs. C, the woman, she fell asleep in the living room watching the TV, and then she woke up. She came and she walked past this room. She saw me and she said, "Jesus Christ." And maybe I scared her. I don't know. Maybe I scared her. Alright. Got my pan heated up. Got my oil ready. Let's do it. Oh, I forgot a plate. Okay, let's do it. Okay, this is a lot. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, it's popping so hard. I'm gonna have to add more though. Let's go. Boom. Let's cover it up. Turn the heat a little bit. Okay. I should have steamed it first, because now this side is not crispy anymore. Alright. Yep, I should have steamed it first. A little burnt, but okay. Yeah. It was crispy before. Oh, god damn it. Okay. There we go. I don't know, how should I? Yeah. Okay, let's try a piece. Let's try this one. This is Trader Joe's gyoza dipping sauce, by the way, found in the fridge. Alright, time now is 5:07 p.m. Just finished Spanish class. I did not pay attention at all. And I was called on like once near the end. And before I called on, I had intuition. I was like, oh no, what if I got called on? So I immediately went over the material over Canvas. And when the professor called on me, I answered. And I got the question right. I didn't get the answer right, but I knew what she was asking. Like she was like, okay, pregunta número 3. And I'm like, okay, question number 3. Okay. And I actually found the worksheet, but I got the answer wrong nonetheless. Because casa is not a direct object. I don't understand. Alright, at the very end of the course, one of the female classmates of the course suddenly DM'd me on Zoom asking me if I'm Jewish because I'm Enoch Lai, and she thought, okay, Enoch is a name of Hebrew origin, like Lai, are you Jewish? And which is hilarious. And I said, no, I'm not Jewish. Lai is actually a Chinese character. It's a, and she said, oh, that's interesting because Enoch is Hebrew. And I said, well, actually my parents are Christian, so they named me Enoch, but this is my Cantonese name, Lai Chinok, and my English name is Enoch. And she's like, wow, that's such a cool name, so interesting. And I said, thanks. And that's like at the very last couple of minutes of that Zoom class. But yeah, anyways, I'm out here and I forgot to do my laundry. So right before I left the house, I put a bunch of dirty clothes in a plastic bag, rushed to the washing machine and washed it. But obviously I have a couple more batches of clothes to wash, so I'm gonna have to do that when I return home after I take the booster shot. So yeah. Dude's hair and face are all purple, holding a wheel, don't know what he's doing. He just pulled up in a shopping cart and crossed the road even when it's red light. Don't know what's going on. Alright, I've been walking for about 12 minutes right now, and I'm about to arrive at my college to receive the booster shot. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. This is a thumbnail shot. Has no meaning. Alright, the sky is actually darker than the phone is showing. I don't know why. I'm looking for the Corsair gym right now. No idea where it is. I'm gonna look at a map.
And then do you want it on your left arm?
Alright, it's 6:38 right now. Yep, took my vaccine from old Korean nurse. Maybe it's Korean, I don't know, but yeah, just a row of seats. Just a row of, not a row of seats. I mean, there are 3 seats, but it's just out in the cold, taking the vaccine out in the cold. I had to wait a little while. Like, I sat on the white seat at the side to the left. There were 3 seats, and there was a black woman. I don't know if she's black or just a dark-skinned Latina, but yeah, she took the vaccine first, and then she just sat there, and then I sat in the seat in front, and I just sat there for a long ass time until at exactly 6:25 I took the shot. It hurt, it stung a little, but I'm so functional. It made me realize that maybe going to Ralph's tomorrow might be a bad idea, because I have to, you know, hold the basket and stuff and carry plastic bags. But I don't know, I'll manage. Yeah, and then after taking the vaccine, so the Korean woman was like, or East Asian, she's like, how do you pronounce your first name? Because my first name on that card is TSZ, but that's that's the second word. That's the second character in my Chinese name. So I said, oh, Enoch is fine, but you know, it's Z. So there's that. Okay, I can walk back, or maybe I could just take a bus. That would be fine too. It would cost me $1, because if I activate a ticket, it's activated for 30 minutes. So I don't know, I got options. Alright, so bus number 7 will not come here until like 7:03 p.m. So I'm walking back. And I'm gonna pass by 7-Eleven. I'm gonna buy myself like a ham sandwich or something, so that I can eat tomorrow morning alongside with this slice of apple pie. And I still haven't figured out what to eat for tomorrow lunch, honestly. I have to think about that. And it's not like I'm going to the supermarket that early. Obviously, I'm going at noon. Alright, I look like shit. Time now is 8:42 p.m. on February 17th and taking the vaccine, came back home, and the dinner's there, and guess what the dinner is? Leftover macaroni. And I don't even mind anymore. Like last night, last night I ate some. Tonight I ate some. I don't mind anymore. Like, yeah, it's not tasty, but if there's food, I'll eat it because I'm starving and I'm struggling and I'm in survival mode, you know. And that is followed with not followed, but that is accompanied with a bowl of meatballs, five or six meatballs, and it was actually a lot, and I actually couldn't finish it. So I there was one meatball left after I finished it. So yeah, I'm actually feeling quite full right now, which is rare. Usually, I would still remain hungry after dinner, like after I came here, post, Arc Zero, ever since I started living here. But yeah, uh, my arm is feeling a little sore now. I don't know if I could go to shopping tomorrow because if I go to grocery store, Ralph, supermarket, I have to carry a basket with one hand. That's fine, but then after leaving the store, I have to carry two plastic bags, one on my left and one on my right. And then on top of that, after I return home, I need to change my clothes and I need to wash my hair, wash my face, and I don't know if I could do that with one hand. And it would probably be a real pain if I have fever, which is very likely. I had 1 day of fever on my first shot and 6 hours of fever on my second shot. But given that like it's been 7 months since I've taken my second shot, I'm probably gonna have a whole day of fever again because my reaction is basically like a new reaction at this point. Um, and yeah, I don't know, but I'm gonna try my best to go to the Ralph's tomorrow, anyways. And on Saturday, um, I don't know. So Sophia is here. She's living with Diana now. How do I know? Her Instagram story. I so I have several options in terms of hanging out with people. There is a Mank and his best friend who is also from Hong Kong. There is Pepper, the girl with the pepper spray, who I don't think I'll meet this week until next Wednesday. There is Diana and Potter and JT and Diana's roommate Sophia. And that's where I'm gonna start. Okay, now that's hanging out with friends. And also the Chinatown Church group, which I will be visiting this Sunday. Now, as far as right, so the Chinese man, he DM'd me on Instagram, asking me for notes. Not notes, asking me for the syllabus of Film 20 because he's simultaneously taking Film 20. Yeah, that's all. I also would like to say that during dinner, or actually before I even started eating dinner today, my moment is here, right? So, the Japanese woman, she came out of her room, and she went to the kitchen, and I was at the kitchen too. I was filling my cup with water. She said hi, and I immediately said what I've planned to say, and that is right now may not be the best time for me to talk about this because she's like right outside. Okay, but she's right there, and I said what I've planned to say for a while, and that is, are those chopsticks exclusive to you? And she said, no, you can use them if you want. Those chopsticks aren't even mine. And I'm like, oh, okay. And Mr. C heard it, and he came, and he's like, oh, what do you need? And then the Japanese woman, she's like, oh no, he's just asking me if I could, if he could use the chopsticks. And Mr. C's like, what? A fork is not good enough? And I'm like, no, like, what if I eat noodles? I'm not gonna use a fork to eat noodles. Well, I didn't say that, but I was like, oh, what if I eat a cup noodle? But there's that. So, good stuff. All right. Yeah. Um, I don't have much else to talk about. I need to drink a lot of water because when the Korean woman. Okay, by the way, I assume she's Korean because I overheard, maybe I was wrong, but I overheard another nurse calling her Kim. Maybe I'm wrong. But, anyways, the woman, after she shot me with the vaccine, I said, "Oh, last time I got the vaccine, I got a fever." And she said, with an accent, she said, you should drink some water to make your blood circulate. So, you know what? I'm gonna drink some water. And I also have to move my hands back and forth, which is something that I've never heard of. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Americans like moving their arms, I guess. um, but yeah, regardless, I'm gonna go do the laundry, do some college homework, apartment search, right? Incredibly important. I've been putting this off for a whole week already, but I need to search for apartments. Apartment search, college homework, short film stuff. I've been putting this off for like 2 weeks already, but I legitimately need to find another short film competition to join. And then finally, um, yeah, I'm just gonna watch anime tonight, and then I won't be eating any snacks. I'm good now. Um, that's it. That's it. Time now is 1:45 a.m. I'm going to immediately take a shower and go to bed. Um, yeah, I wasn't able to watch 4 episodes of Mushishi, I originally planned to, but yeah. So here's the thing, right? Um, I don't know if I have fever right now or not. I feel fine right now. My arm's a little sore, but I feel fine. Okay, but maybe my temperature is rising right now. I have no idea. I asked Mr. C if he has a thermometer. Like before I had dinner, I asked him if he had a thermometer in case I have a fever, and he said he doesn't. Of course, because Americans don't have to worry about fever normally, I guess. Um, but yeah, so I would not know. Obviously, if I do actually have fever tomorrow, I would be able to feel it. But yeah, at night I just didn't have a lot of motivation to do anything, so I didn't do any college homework. I'm supposed to like watch a bunch of chemistry lectures and do some problems, but I didn't do any, not at all. And then apartment search thing. I wanted to do something about it, but I still haven't done anything about it. Counselor, I need to speak to one. Haven't done anything about it. And short film stuff, right? So a couple people, or I think just one person, commented on my short film, and it made me. And given that lately I've been playing around with Letterboxd and I added my own short film to Letterboxd, I was like, okay, right. So I went to the link that the producer guy, the short film guy, gave me, and it's like this competition thing, but it was very prestigious. It seemed more prestigious. So I felt like I was at a dead end. I felt desperate at one point, like despair at one point. That that short film festivals just don't exist in Hong Kong. It's either IFVA or nothing. And that is until I got curious and I went to this art, because there's an Instagram account called Art House Shit Posting, and it's basically a bunch of movie memes. And I followed him for a few months already. And he recently did this art house short film festival thing, and it leads to a link called filmfreeway.com. I clicked on it, and oh my god, my eyes are opened. My eyes are opened. There are so many film festivals in this world. Anybody can make a film festival. Anybody can organize one. You can just type in some keywords, and then like 12,000 short film festivals will show up. So I typed in Hong Kong, and not a lot showed up, but 18 showed up, including IFVA. And that caught my attention, and I realized I could do something about that. So at least I learned that. Aside from that, the cat really likes me. cat of this house. So I was uploading my college update video, and yesterday I did this. Because the Wi-Fi was so bad, it was like 3 megabytes per second, and I was like, okay, screw it. So I moved the laptop to right beside the router, and it went from 3 megabytes per second to like 300. It's insane. So I did this again, and in 10 minutes, it uploaded a 1 hour and 40-minute long college update video, or 36-minute long. And while doing that, the cat hopped onto the sofa and then hopped onto like right behind me and started sniffing my hand and butt heading my hand and also my back and meowing, which is hilarious. And that is because a few days ago, like I suddenly stroked the cat, and I guess the cat liked that, and so the cat became kind of affectionate of me. So it was meowing and it was following me around, and it's kind of funny. It's really weird, but it was really funny. So and the dogs, man, they still hate me. They still bark like crazy when they see me. That's that. And then I spoke to Diana and JT a little bit, and Diana said she isn't free this weekend, and she also said that she doesn't want to make any plans next week. And I'm like, well, rip, because I want to talk more to Diana as well. And Diana wants to meet JT as well, and JT definitely wants to meet Diana as well. And JT even thought about making a WhatsApp group. Oh my god. Oh my god. So who knows? And then I spoke to Jonah a little bit. Yeah, I gotta go now. And okay, my laundry is absolute shit. Absolute shite. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But like, the black Hard Rock hoodie shirt, there were these not sticky, but these white coatings on it. Like, it was like dried soap. I don't know what the fuck's going on. And it's all over the hoodie. Like, it's a splash here, a splash there. And then in my next batch of clothes, my white pajama shirt, maybe it's because I washed it alongside with my dark blue shower towel, but it is tinged, covered from top to bottom with dark blue wool. It wasn't like covered, but it was like tinged, which is stupid as hell. So I'm ruining all my clothes right now because the washing machine is actually insane. Alright, time now is 11:38 a.m. in the morning on February 18th. I'm using my different hand because right now because my left arm is really hurting. I slept for a lot actually. Went to bed at around 2:35, which is absolutely amazing. And then I slept all the way until 11 o'clock, which gives me about 8 a bit more than 8 hours, like 8 hours and 25 minutes. And it's fantastic, really. I set the alarm at 11:30, and I had a dream because I woke up multiple times in the middle of the night, obviously, and I had a dream where somebody told me that my alarm actually rang, but for some friggin' reason, maybe it's because I have fever, I just couldn't hear it. So at some point, I wanted to continue to lay on bed and just wait for the alarm, but part of me believes that maybe the alarm actually rang. So at the end, I gave up. I went out of my bed and checked the time. Turns out it's like 11:15 because I woke up at around 11, and I stayed on my bed for about extra 15 minutes. So there's that. I don't know why, but I feel like my hair just grew exponentially during the sleep. Like, I'm so hairy suddenly. I'm hairier than yesterday. I don't know what's going on with my hair, but my hair is like, it's like a helmet now. I don't know what's happening. And in other news, I have fever now. I can feel it, actually. Like, I feel a little bit dizzy. I feel really tired, and I kind of don't want to go outside, honestly. But to be honest, I can go to the supermarket tomorrow. It wouldn't make that much of a difference. It's just that today I will suffer a little bit. Like, I will, won't have a lot of snacks to eat then. Tomorrow morning, I wouldn't know what to eat. If it gets worse, I will stay in my room for the whole day. I'm not gonna force myself. No, no, no. God damn. Mary made like an Instagram post where she posted 7 photos. She seems to be having a lot of fun hanging out with friends. I don't know, maybe Mary's not my type after all. Or at least I'm trying to convince myself that. Because Mary has completely disappeared from my life, other than a pretty face on Instagram. I don't know, man. I definitely will never see or speak to her again in my whole life. That's the truth. As much as I don't want it to be true, that's likely the truth. And the only way Mary will notice me again would be if I ever get successful, make movies, make short films. I make the conspiracy short film, and Mary's one of the characters. Yeah. I have Panadol. Okay, right. So this house doesn't have a hot water pot because why not? Because why have one, right? Hot water is for losers. All right. Americans drink cold water all the time because it's what makes them strong. But I need hot water right now. So that's the thing. I'm also oven baking my apple pie. Hopefully it comes out crusty. And that's all for today. I don't have much else to do, really. God, I'm feeling so dizzy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for a Panadol. I know I have one. I know I have some because my mom brought some just in case. Well, today's the case. Okay. Alright, folks, I got bad news. I can't fucking find the Panadol. I searched all the bags. Okay, so I got Q-tip. That's good. I got tissue. This liquid container thing. I got, small scissors. Gel. This is just tissue. This is nothing but towels, right? Towel. And I took some of this stuff out right here. This is also nothing but more tissue. The useless Chinese thing. And plug for some reason. And then this bag seems suspicious. But if you look closely, there is no Panadol. There's the Chinese stuff. Again, another box here for some reason. There's coughing pack. There's a coughing candy. There is a Chinese thing for painful belly. There's the Chinese oil for drying things. This is another pack thing. And then this bag is just a bunch of gel and cream, and it's fucking broken. This toothbrush. This is Advil. That's for pain relieving. This melatonin. There's no Panadol. There's no Panadol at all. Alright, Jesus Christ. Yeah, time now is 1:53 p.m. My left arm is incredibly sore. I'm very tired and I don't have the energy to. There is actually a chemistry Zoom class right now. It's not mandatory, but you could go in and get extra credit. I don't fucking care anymore. I don't have the energy to make any YouTube videos or edit any videos or do any homework or cook or eat. I don't even want to eat now. I ate a small apple pie this morning. That's it. There's no thermometer in this house. Are you kidding me? I guess from experience, I am guessing 39 degrees, 38. I'm guessing 39, like early 39, like 39.1 or 0.2 or something. And I'm so tired. My head feels really heavy, and I feel like my eyes are burning. I don't want to move, and I don't even want to talk actually. But then I get lonely. Um, Jesus Christ. Right. So I can't find Panadol. I looked for everywhere. No Panadol. I got everything. I got melatonin. I got Advil. I got coughing candy. No Panadol. So I didn't know what to do. I just sat on this chair looking at the air, like staring at the air for like 10 minutes. I just couldn't move. I went out to drink water because water is important. Um, and the daughter came to the house. Mr. C and Mrs. C's daughter came to the house, and I walked up to her, and I thought to myself, okay, I don't want to bother her, but I feel like I gotta ask for help, I gotta ask. So I walked up to her and I asked her, do you have I got fever. Do you have a thermometer? No, I asked, hey, do you have a thermometer? And she said no. And I said, well, I got fever. And she's like a little bit scared, like, oh, you got COVID? She didn't say that, but she's like, oh. And I said, no, I took the vaccine last night. So I asked her, if she has, like, she didn't even say that. I didn't even say that. She said, oh, do you need Tylenol? And I don't know what that is, but if it helps, if people said it helps, I'm gonna eat it. So she went to the kitchen table, and in a cupboard there is a whole cupboard of pills, and one of which is Tylenol. And it was this little red circular pill, and I took two, and I just drank it. Oh, alright. I hope it works, because right now I'm in no condition to do homework or film any YouTube videos whatsoever. Emphasis on the homework because I have to hand in one homework tonight and another tomorrow. So I gotta do something. I'm in no condition to go out to the supermarket and buy stuff. Not at all. Like I look outside and I see shining bright sun and I feel discouraged. And then the worst thing is that tomorrow I have cinematography class and I have to wake up 6:30. A man with a fever, only sleeping for 4 hours, wake up super early to a class, and not only any class, but a film class, and it's the first class. That's a recipe for disaster right there. So this fever's gotta go. It's gotta go somewhere. It's gotta go. I gotta remove this fever somehow. And fuck. Oh my god. I'm not hungry right now actually, but I should be. So I don't know what to do. I'm gonna maybe cook myself some fried eggs. Put it on a plate, whatever. If I can find bread, I'll do something with it, probably. Bread and eggs for lunch, I guess. I guess that's the only way I could do. I got potato chips too. And also I spoke with JT and Diana a little bit. I don't know, I feel like the middleman again, but this time between JT and Diana. And Diana is like, I asked Diana if she wants JT's number. And Diana's like, sure. But I haven't asked JT if it's okay to give Diana her number. So I didn't read the message because I want Diana to think that I didn't get the message. But I know she said sure, but I didn't read it. And I waited and waited and waited. And this morning JT replied saying, actually, I don't want to give her my number until I meet her. So how am I going to tell Diana that? So I actually told Diana that. I told Diana, JT doesn't want your number. JT doesn't want her number to be given to you until you meet her, which seems a little callous and cold-blooded. But I'm trying my best to sound as kind as possible. And Diana's like, oh, all right. And JT said she isn't free tomorrow because at 12 noon she had an appointment with the bank again. And well, guess what? Tomorrow I got class. I got cinematography class. And JT said, oh, why not meet up with just me, Potter, and you, let's hang out at Culver City, like Westfield, Culver City. So that may happen, but I don't know if I'm gonna be in the right condition to do that tomorrow. And if that's the case, and if JT wants to hang out tomorrow, then when the hell am I gonna go to the supermarket and buy stuff? Like, I originally planned to do it today. Like, come on, man. So if my fever goes away a little bit later today, I'm gonna go to the supermarket, despite my very painful left arm situation. Alright, I feel better now, and I'm gonna make myself some lunch. Also, these are meatballs from like yesterday. Just splat here, without a lid, not in the fridge, out in the open, just like that. Also the cream puffs. And it's funny because during yesterday dinner, Mr. C asked me if I want a cream puff. Not like this, man. Oh my god. Okay, I cooked myself a double fried egg. Sunny side up, not down, and not scrambled, because usually I'm a little skeptical of this because it may make me feel sick, but whatever. Again, lots of garlic, salt, pepper, and red cayenne pepper thing. Jesus Christ. And then I'll have toast with peanut butter. Alright, time now is 5:53 p.m. The sky is turning dark, and I just had a 2-hour and 15-minute long Discord call with Tom and Nick. And I don't know, man. I didn't go to the chemistry class. I didn't do anything. I just chatted with them while editing my movie review. I uploaded it. I'm uploading it like right now. I feel better actually. Like, as you can probably tell, I'm using my left arm to raise my phone now. I can't raise it really high. I can't do it. But I can raise my hand now at least. And I'm feeling better now actually. I'm going to take 2 more Tylenol pills tonight just in case the fever gets back. But I feel like I'm getting better. Definitely am. I made an Instagram story and not really multiple, but Miriam DM'd me asking me if I'm okay. Potter did that too. But yeah, I'm going to actually, I don't know if it's still open or not. I hope it is. But I'm going to Ralph right now and buy stuff, because if I don't do it today, then I don't know if I can tomorrow. So yeah. Wow, alright. It's like sunset right now. Kinda cold, getting really cold. And I'm going to buy some groceries. I feel like an idiot. The supermarket should be open, and hopefully my left arm have the strength to carry the plastic bags back. And I want to buy some ice cream. I don't know why, it's been so long since I've had ice cream. And got my wallet here, A-okay. You can't see me well, can you? Phone. Once again, I can't find a basket. Where is it? Okay. Looking for garlic. I can't find garlic. Where's garlic? Here it is. Garlic. Wow. I need it. Okay, just bought stuff. It's way more expensive this time. It's $38.22. Oh my god, that is way more than I had expected. My budget is below 30. This is 38.22. To be fair, I did buy toilet paper and a couple tissue boxes, and I'm sure those things costed a little, but still, it's quite expensive. And I didn't buy everything I wanted to buy, honestly. Ice cream, onion, I did buy an Applejack cereal because it caught my eye, but I didn't buy a pie or anything. I wanted to buy sushi, but I didn't. And then there are tons of other stuff I wanted to buy but didn't buy. Ice cream in particular, obviously. But that being said though, I hope I last for more than 2 weeks with this. I got a nice little salad box. I got gyoza in the fridge. I got apple and garlic.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Alright, I almost got hit by a car, and the driver, given how American he is, he looked at me and go, whoa, 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 whoa. And then he fucking left. And I said sorry. Don't know what to say. I have a fever. And I'm not supposed to be a full conscious mind and soul right now. But yeah, I hope I last for more than 2 weeks. Alright, I've made it back. Alright, so I got this cake. There's so many awesome cakes. There's a cookie and cream, there's a red velvet, but I got this one, lemon iced. Excited to eat this one. Okay, this is the, there's, right, there are actually some, really nice salad boxes, but they're like $5. Instead, I got this $2.48 one. Trail mix. Gonna pop it in there. Okay, this one, candy, more candy, because I love candy. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but I do. Okay. Okay, tissue boxes. Mamma mia. This is what I've been asking for. Right, this and this. Right. Nice little tower. Alright, salami. Okay, I got the cheapest kind, which is probably not going to taste that great, but whatever. I don't care. As long as it's edible, I'll eat it. See, I'm thinking more about like meat and vegetables than snacks. The more I buy stuff, the more I think about sustenance. Okay, Apple Jacks. Ooh, I'm excited to try this. I mean, I've eaten something like this before, but still. Cool stuff. And at the very end, before I paid, I got curious. Oh, also, it was quite awkward. When I went to pay, the man in front of me keep dropping stuff, so he dropped something, and then he dropped a jar of tomato sauce, and it splattered and broke. No tomato sauce on my shoes. They're fine. But it was awkward, so I went to another aisle, and then that aisle was like, nope, this aisle's closed. So I went to another aisle, and everybody's confused. Alright. Apples. I gotta throw away these plastic bags. God damn it. Soup. So we got beef and vegetable and barley soup. I gotta organize this shit. And then, French onion soup. This one is cheaper. This one is slightly cheaper. I don't know why. But yeah, I love soups. And hydration is important. Alright, finally, the main character. The garlic. Yes, 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 yes. Alright, time now is 9:25 p.m. Yeah, shit, man. I wanted to watch Center Stage today, but the movie is 2 hours long and I want to sleep early, so I don't know if I have time to not only do Spanish homework, but also watch 3 more episodes of Mushishi. Yeah. Just gonna be a pain in the ass. But, yeah, anyways, I'm gonna immediately start doing homework now. And then, yeah. I don't have much else to say. So the dinner is, I'm so glad for lunch I only ate 1 piece of wheat toast, because the dinner is 2 pieces of wheat toast instead of hamburger bun, and then a beef patty and a slice of American cheese on top. 3 small baked potatoes and a bunch of asparagus, which I personally dislike. The potatoes, again, the asparagus and the potatoes are fried with nothing. The asparagus is fried with oil, salt, nothing. No garlic, nothing. And then the potatoes, they're so, like, they have a weird taste to them. Yeah, that's all. Nothing else. My hair is so friggin' long. Leo DM'd me on Instagram asking me if I'm okay. And JT wants to hang out with me and Potter tomorrow, so after tomorrow's film class, I will directly take 2 buses to Overland Avenue, where I'm going to meet JT and Potter there, and then we're going to walk around Culver City. We're not going to go to Westfield Culver City Mall because that is another half an hour away from actual Culver City. So we're going to go there, walk around, take some photos, yada yada, and that's all for today. I'm tired. I'm gonna take 2 more Tylenol pills. And yeah, $38.22 seem a lot, but it's gonna last 2 weeks. I don't know what to do with the trail mix because I know I can't leave it in my fridge for too long. So maybe I'm gonna eat it tomorrow for dinner. And yeah, just I got garlic now, so I'm happy. I've never been happy about a garlic before in my life. Sara y yo son estudiantes de español. Los mapas son del profesor Marcelo. ¿De dónde eres usted? Es usted. Ah, I remember. Alright, Alright, time now is 6:34 a.m. in the morning on February 19th. So I went to bed quite early actually, at 2:20 a.m. ish. Or actually 2:25 a.m. ish. And then I set the alarm, instead of 6:30 I set at 6:20 because I realized that I really don't have enough time to take the bus. So yeah, I slept for about 3 hours and 50 minutes, which is not the end of the world, but I do feel a little sleepy right now, really. But I'm glad I'm able to fall asleep anyways. It took a little while for me to fall asleep, just a little while. I'm feeling a little dizzy right now. Shit. But yeah, it took a little while for me to fall asleep. But yeah, I did fall asleep. It's just 3 hours and 50 minutes. So I'm not gonna say too much right now. I gotta go. I'm gonna pack my stuff, pack my bag. I'm gonna immediately eat a little cereal for breakfast. Just quick cereal. And then I'm just gonna head out. Okay, I'm kinda late. I need to run to my bus station and it's like 9 degrees Celsius right now. It's quite cold actually, which is gonna completely change in the noon. It's gonna rise up to 21 degrees. Alright, it's 7:22. We're here. Not really here, but you know, this is where I'm gonna change my bus. Also, I was wrong when I talked about the 2 Japanese people. I mixed it up. Apparently the 2 Japanese people are in the cinematography course, not the digital filmmaking course. So I should be able to see them too today. Alright, time now is 7:42. I'm so freaking happy that I'm early. Oh my god. Nice farm. Yeah, I'm so friggin' happy that I'm early for class. I was really worried that I was gonna be late, but no, it all went very well. There's a really well-dressed man in a suit with a Ralph's plastic bag, sort of sitting opposite of me on the bus, on bus number 3. I sat in the middle of the bus where it's elastic and can turn, and he sat across me, and then he waited, and then I left the bus first, but he sort of followed me onto bus number 1, and he sat like behind me, which is a little creepy, but I'm good overall. And then this stranger, this bearded stranger, also a white guy, when I was waiting for bus number 1, he's like, what bus are you waiting on? And I said, number 1. So it's really weird that in America strangers would speak to you like that. Really freaking sleepy. Alright, time now is 12:10 afternoon. The weather is still actually kind of cool. Just finished my film 40 cinematography class and it was quite interesting. I'm feeling a little bit dizzy right now. Maybe I think my fever is still there. But yeah, I'm gonna talk more about my experience today a little bit later. But for now, to summarize it, it's quite good. The class is interesting and it's way more international than I thought. Like 40% of the people there isn't even American. And there were 2 Japanese people on the roster, but one of them didn't come. And the other one is a girl, and she sat behind me. And she's not like a very Japanese person. I don't know how to say it, but she was she moved to LA since she was 9, and then when she was 16 she went back. And I asked her where she was from, and she said she's from Gunma Prefecture. Okay, anyways, right now I'm going to have to meet JT and Potter, and I don't know how to meet them, which is a huge issue. And on the map it says I need to take the metro, which I've never taken before, so I'm a little bit scared, but I have to try. I don't know why, but first of all, I was early by like 10 minutes, so I picked a good seat, like right in the middle, not too front, not too back, right in the middle, not to left, not to right. And yeah, I was looking around, like I was looking for like whoever came in. But yeah, we at some point, so we had a break, about a 30-minute break, and the first part of the class is not much, but you know, the course introduction, a little bit talking about the role of a cinematographer, and then there's a break. And I didn't approach the Japanese girl immediately because that would be awkward. In fact, I approached Lily, the white girl, the first place, because JT says she knows a film production major who's called Lily, and I thought, oh, maybe that's the same one in my class. Turns out it is. I asked Lily, like, no, the first thing I asked was actually, Jesus Christ, this is a weird ass place. Is it a red light, or I don't even fucking know. I'm gonna stand here and cower in fear. Yeah, I think that's a red light. I'm gonna make a run for it. But yeah, I asked Lily, like, oh, I know I've seen you before in a Zoom meeting, and shit, I've never taken a metro before. How do I do this? So I said, oh, I've seen you in a Zoom meeting, and she's like, oh, really? And then later on, I talked to her about JT, and she said, oh yeah, JT, we're in the dance group, right? I remember her now. All right, I'm right. Where the hell am I? Here. I need to go here. That's westbound. No, that's east. This is west. This is east. So I need to see if I can get east. And I don't have any money, so I gotta do this. Alright, I don't want to use my fingers, but I'm left with no choice. English. Apply a tap card. Reload your tap card. F. Okay. Frick. One-way trip, I guess. I don't fucking know. Okay, I need to pay up. Shit. Okay, I crossed the road. I believe this is eastbound. If that side's westbound, then this side's gotta be eastbound. I'm just using common sense. There we go. Okay, I've never taken this before.
report any issues by using the train intercom, the station intercom, Metro's law
I'm a little bit scared, but
security hotline at
okay.
888-9506
Okay, so tap.
or the LA Metro
So I can
Transit
just walk
Watch app.
through that.
If you see something, say something.
Can I like just walk through? Tap here. Alright, here we go. First time, baby. First time on my own, all alone. Alright, I'm out. Alright, let's figure out what and where should I go next. I should be going to a West Plaza exit, which is probably this one. I'm just guessing, man. I'm just guessing off the top of my head. Alright, interesting place indeed. There's a rock band here for some reason. Alright, I may have to add some more money to my cap card thing because I have to take another bus. Otherwise, I'd have to walk for 28 minutes. And I'm afraid I'm not able to do that. Oh boy, which road should I cross? I mean, there's this one, there's that one, there's this one, there's that one, there's that one, there's that one, and there's this one. I have no clue. I think this is Venice Boulevard, so I'm gonna have to go this way, go that way. Alright, there we go. Wait, is this? No wait, this is not the bus stop. Where the hell is the bus stop then? What the fuck? Where is it? Okay, I see it now. It's right here. I'm blind. Alright, change plans. So I told JT that I took the metro, and she said, well, then I should just wait at the Culver Steps, because the Culver Steps is actually even closer to me than the Bank of America that she is going to. It's an 8-minute walk, so we're gonna go there first. We're gonna meet there, actually. All right. Man, I'm feeling a little bit tired. Not a little, very tired. Feeling very tired. But I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself for being able to socialize with people. Oh, so, okay, anyways, I'm gonna continue talking about what happened in class then. So, right, so during first break, I talked to Lily, the white girl first. And then soon, after speaking to her a little bit, I walked up to the Japanese girl, who, should I give her a fake name? I don't know. But her name is quite common, so I don't know. But I talked to the Japanese girl, and the first thing I said is like, oh, we're the two only East Asians here. And she's like, oh really? And I'm like, yeah. And she's kind of small, she's a little bit flat, but she's really social, she's really outgoing. She isn't afraid of speaking up, talking to people. Alright, do I have to cross this? I can't even cross this. Okay, frick. Okay, I'll just wait. But yeah, she's very social, and we just talked and more people started attaching to us. Lily, the white girl, another guy who sat next to me, called Eric, and then like this this Japanese woman called Alva, and there's a Russian girl who's actually the shyest one. She's really tall. She's taller than me. Also, I'm surprisingly tall, like even in front of a white boy whose name is Miles, and he's part British, part American, if that makes sense, like nationality wise. And the British is Cornwall in England, and he's actually a little bit shorter than me for some reason, but he was really nice, and we talked and talked and talked, and then Betsy, this Hispanic woman, joined in, and we just continued talking like okay, I should just shut the fuck up. And she's really nice to me too. She asked me like, oh, and you're from... I'm from Hong Kong. Right, Hong Kong. And I asked her, well, I'm just curious, but like, which prefecture are you from? And she's like, you've probably never heard of it, but it's Gunma. And I'm like, bro, I know Gunma. I've looked at the map of Tokyo for so many times. And I said, oh, no, I know that. That's near Tokyo, right? And she's like, wow, you know that? And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm interested in Japan too. And yeah, and she asked me, oh, have you been to Japan? And I said, oh, well, a long time ago I went to Osaka for 5 days. But yeah, that's really cool. So apparently she's a village girl, like she's from the countryside. And you know, she's from Gunma. Alright. Alright. Seems as though I have arrived at the Culver Steps. I was like, where are the steps? There it is.
即係你話你發緊低燒。
I'm feeling so fucking dizzy right now, and my head is hurting really bad. I need to go home, please.
知嘛？有喎你，好重要喎。
Alright, time now is 4:57 p.m. I'm going home. I repeat, I'm going home. Fuck me. Alright, time now is 6:20 p.m. I've been sitting here on my chair for like more than an hour already. My headache, it's a little better now that I've taken 2 Ibro. Also, I made a mistake, by the way. I said I took 2 Tylenol pills. I was wrong. It was ibuprofen. Not Tylenol. It was ibuprofen. But yeah, I took 2 ibuprofen pills immediately after I came back home, and now I'm feeling slightly better. Slightly. Like, I can formulate sentences now, even though my head still feels kind of hot and it's kind of pounding. It's a little bit better now. So I'm just going to go over what happened today. I woke up super early at around 6:20. I almost got late, and but I surprisingly made it, and I was surprisingly early for the class. Came in there, Japanese girl showed up, and the moment she walked into the room, I'm like, okay, yep, she's the Japanese girl. There is no mistaking. Yeah, had the class, and it was quite good, very promising. I heard their group projects here, so very excited. It's also a very international class. Like, Hong Kong could never. Like, imagine this happening in Hong Kong. Like wow, like there's a Brazilian guy, there's a Brazilian woman, there's a Swedish guy, there's a guy from Israel, there's a Italian woman who's kind of old, there's a French girl, there's a a couple people from Mexico. Like, just diversity is just insane. But as far as East Asians go, it's just me and the Japanese girl. But yeah, speaking and socializing with people is not that tough. Like I walk up to them, and before I open my mouth, like they just start speaking. Like Americans, man, so easy, like an open book. Aside from the Japanese girl, I had to open my mouth first. But the Japanese girl, I mean, I want to give her a fake name. Can I give her a fake name? Can I give her a fake name? I can't think of one because I've never really given fake names to non-Hong Kongers before, and I don't really know how to. The white boy, I call him Mank, but that's, you know, I don't know how to call the Japanese girl fake name. For now, I'm just gonna refer to her as the Japanese girl. But yeah, I spoke to her, and she's like really open and nice, and she drives. Like at the very end of the class, we were walking away, and I didn't want to just walk away like an idiot on my own. And the Japanese girl was behind me, so I slowed down a little bit, and I turned to her and I was like, "Oh, so how did you get into film?" And she said, "Well, when I was young, I wanted to be an actress, but I changed my mind." And I said, "Oh, I wanted to be an actor too when I was young," which is very much true. I'm not making this up. And I said, and she's like, "Oh, why did you decide to change then?" And I said, "Well, I'm not very good at socializing, and actors have to be, very social." And then before I left the campus, it's the car park, and then it's the road to the gate outside. And she's like, "Oh, I'm parked upstairs." And I'm like, "Oh, she drives." So I'm like, "Oh, okay, see you next week." So I left. And I wanted to ask for her Instagram, but I immediately remember I can only do this if it's a Hong Konger, because if I see a Hong Konger in LA, both me and the Hong Konger will feel surprised because Hong Kongers are so rare. And because we're so rare, we wouldn't mind giving each other our Instagram handlers because, like, this is special. But it's different if it's just another East Asian, It's different. So I can't do that now. That's too fast. But yeah, afterwards I left. I saw the map, and originally I had to go to Culver City Bank of America store thing, and I had to go there by taking two buses. Bus number 16 and 33. Turns out, bus number 16 disappeared. I don't know why. So I had to take the metro. The fastest way to go there is the metro, and I would still be late. So I took the metro for the first time, and it was not that bad. But obviously, because it's daytime, so, it's not that bad. But it's funny, the moment I walked into the metro, there's a homeless black dude just sleeping at the side with a blanket, and the floor was dirty. And I just stood up there because I didn't want to sit down because it's dirty as hell. 20 minutes later, got off the metro and refilled my card. And then I was like, okay, I have to take bus number 33 now. And then I told JT that, and JT's like, "Oh, actually, you can just go to the Culver Steps," or she calls it the Culver Stairs, which is actually something else. And I'm like, "Okay, fine." And I know she's referring to the Culver Steps because the night before I was like, "Wait, we're going to hiking?" And she's like, "Oh shit, no, I'm referring to the other one." So yeah, I just walked to the steps, and I just sat there for a while, and then they showed up. JT called me and was like, "Oh, I and Potter are already here. Please cross the road and come to us." So I saw them, and I crossed the road, and at that point my head started to pound. And I started to realize, oh shit, this fever is back. So anyways, we walked around, and at that moment it wasn't that bad. It was just a little lightheaded, a little dizzy is all. So we just walked around, and JT at some point stopped and saw this restaurant and was like, "You know what, let's just eat here." And I and Potter were like, okay. So we went in there, and it's this Mexican restaurant, and we just sat down, we ordered some stuff, and at that point my fever started to get worse and worse, and I was like, did I pay? Because I don't remember tapping my credit card onto the paying machine thing. And JT's like, "Really? That's weird." And then I was like, no wait, maybe I just forgot because I have fever. And I'm doing action like involuntarily. Like my unconscious is telling me to tap the card, but I'm not consciously aware of it. Um, I don't know. But anyways, I went to the bathroom to take a leak, and then afterwards I came out. I had to go to the women's bathroom because someone's in the man's bathroom. I came out, ate this $13.14 Chica's bowl, which is not really all that great. It's got quinoa, shredded beef, which tastes really good, bean paste, nachos, sort of these strips of it's not beetroot. It's another kind of root crop. I don't know what it is. It's like apples, but not apples. I don't know what it is. And cucumber and some lettuce and some small cherry tomatoes, and I didn't finish all the quinoa, but it was whatever, you know. And afterwards, I was really thirsty and I really wanted to buy a drink. So I was like, okay, can we like buy a drink? And they're like, oh, okay. So we left the store and they continued walking around. They went to this wine glass store. Like Potter and Diana were just like autopilot. Like it's just them two. Like they were chatting and I was just behind them. And I didn't really mind. I didn't feel like third wheeling either because I'm the middleman between JT and Potter. They're together, not like together, but they're talking to each other because of me, okay? But at the same time, I was having fever and I just couldn't really think or do anything, so I just followed them, and they were in this wine glass store, this ceramic cup store, and they were just looking around, and they were so slow. I was honestly growing very impatient. I leaned my head against the wall like this, and Potter suddenly noticed me, and he's like, dude, are you okay? Do you need help? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just thirsty, you know. So they're like, okay, let's buy a drink. Now here's the thing. I'm happy that they're kind to me and they care about my health, but I don't want to feel like you know, when you and your friends hang out, there's always that one dude who's like, "Oh, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. Please like do what I say because I'm sick." I don't want to be that person. So I tried to be silent. But Potter's like, hey man, you can't do this, man. If you feel sick, you gotta speak up. And I said, well, I don't want to bother you guys. And Potter's like, nah, man, you're. More on that later. But anyways, we walked more and more around. We went to this tea shop place, and it was too expensive and fancy. And then we left, and then we went to this cafe, and that was when my fever really reached a peak. I wanted to fall asleep. Not really like fall asleep, but more like I was just really tired and I just really wanted to close my eyes and just lean forward. And my head was pounding, I was feeling really dizzy, and we were in this crazy big fancy ass cafe called Phil's Cafe, and JT and Potter were lining up. Potter didn't get anything. JT got a coffee. And I was like, "Oh, can I get a cold water?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." So JT actually just grabbed a cup and filled it with cold water and gave it to me before I could even do it for myself. I drank half of it because I was thirsty, but I didn't finish because thirsty isn't my main issue. My main issue is I got a fever. I'm feeling headache. So afterwards, we just sat at the steps, not really the steps, like opposite the steps, and just talked for a while. And at that point, I was feeling a little bit better because of the water, but it was still, you know, I was still really dizzy. And it was at that moment when I and Potter and Diana wasn't there. I and Potter and JT started really chatting. And, you know, Potter asking me, yo, how's your first week? And I asked them, like, how's your first weeks? And it was at this moment, I don't know why, maybe it's because I had a fever, but I started to grow very impatient. And I started to feel sort of this tension between me and Potter. Not a hateful tension, but it's like something's wrong with us. I mean, the first time I and Potter met, we had a lot to talk about. You know, we talk about everything. We talk about music, we talk about politics, we talk about philosophy and moods and art. And I was surprised at how compatible Potter is to me. Like, we talk about the same things. We have so many common interests. It's fucking amazing. But now that I'm speaking to Potter, Potter's giving me life lessons like every 3 minutes or so. Like, and I get it, he's older than me, but he always says something like, maybe you're not there yet, but at some point you're going to realize that this and that and this and that. Like, you got to take care of yourself. Maybe right now you're not at that stage yet. And Potter's like, uh, you know, you should be more honest to yourself. Like, after speaking to you for a long time, like, I'm beginning to be able to sense that you're dishonest to yourself, which I absolutely disagree with. I am extremely honest to myself, almost too honest. Like, I know myself too much sometimes. Like, my self-efficacy is so accurate. It's and and maybe his definition of being honest to oneself is different from mine, but for me, I'm meta. I talk about myself a lot. In a way, I'm kind of egocentric because I talk about myself so much, I analyze myself so much, I actually understand myself. So when I feel bad and I want to hide it, I would still hide it, but I would still understand why I would hide it, and I would understand that it's a flaw, but I know that I would change. I see myself not only as myself, but as a TV show character. A TV show character's got to have layers, you know. But yeah, and you know, JT just hearing me and Potter talk about philosophy, because at that point my fever was really bad, and at that point I just didn't really have any energy to think, and I just say whatever's on my mind. I said I changed a lot. I said before and after the DSEs, I'm completely changed as a person. Like, not only personality wise, but also how I look. Like, I actually genuinely got fatter. Like, even the way I sit, my posture, it's changed. And the way, like, both me and Potter also say very abstract things, but I use real life examples. Like, I would talk about how fat I've actually gotten, the foods I eat, why, my sleep schedule, and how that's impacted me. And Potter's so much more vague. Like, maybe you just, like, Potter's always saying, like, yeah, you know, maybe you're just you know, you don't understand that yet, you know, like, you still got a lot to go, you know. If you're in my place, you would understand more. And it's like Potter just giving me these life lessons, and um it's just weird. And Potter says these things to other people as well. But JT was just hearing us, and JT's like, why are you guys so philosophical all of a sudden? And so afterwards we just kind of left, and man, this sucks. So we were walking away, and JT and Potter were distracted by this furniture store, and they went in there, and they were in there for like 20 minutes, and I was just suffering, like, standing there just suffering. And let's be honest here, some cold water is not going to solve the problem. My fever is still here, but I guess they just didn't know that, and they were just walking around, just moseying around. And JT actually bought stuff. Like, there are also clothes in that furniture store for some reason, and JT bought some clothes. There was even a dressing room inside for some friggin' reason. And then on the other side of the store, it's like cupboards and a lot of ashtrays, like smoking, like cigarette ashtrays. And Potter's like, wow, man, I need this, almost in a joking manner, because, you know, Potter smokes. And at one point, Potter even jokingly said, because I was like, oh man, I'm feeling dizzy. And Potter's like, just have a cigarette. But obviously, I'm gonna say no. I'm not that easy of a person. But yeah, essentially there's that. And then after 20 minutes, we just left. And JT parted ways with me and Potter. I and Potter took the same bus number 33, and then bus number 3. This time, he's gonna go my way. I could go his way. Last time, I and JT and Potter hung out in Sawtell. When going back home, I went his way. That's why I have to take an extra bus ride just from Potter's place to my place, which is not that far away, but still. This time, Potter's going my way because it's like, you're sick, just let me do this. And I'm like, yeah, sure. So yeah, and on the bus we didn't, like, my fever was still really, really strong, and I was feeling like a bit of tension between us, honestly. But it wasn't hateful. It was just like, we may not be as compatible as we thought we are. But at the very end, I said, well, I'm looking forward to seeing JT and Diana hang out, and I started to laugh at the idea of what kind of conversation will JT and Diana have, because they seem like very different people. And we also talked about Diana, and Potter was like, Diana, no, I was like, Diana, I don't really know her, but as of now, I'm a little bit worried about her, because Diana's Instagram profile picture is a little, like, it's just her face. Why? And then, her Instagram bio is just kind of cheesy, and she kind of reminds me of Jordana. Like, I was a little worried, will Diana be like Jordana, the one girl who's a pain in the ass who everybody secretly hates because she's just so fake and so fabricated? But then again, I don't know her that well. I've only had a lunch with her, so I can't jump to conclusions. And then Potter continued to talk about Diana and was like, okay, like how Diana told us that she, doesn't like to focus on the past, but more on the future. I think she's not really trying to focus on the future, but rather she's escaping her past, which is really weird. I mean, I get it. Potter's a weed smoker. I mean, he's called Potter for a reason. I'm only realizing this now. His name has multiple meanings. But Potter's, I feel like he's overanalyzing people. I feel like Potter's like, man, everybody's just like got deep-seated issues, bruh. But in reality, it may not be that complicated, or it may be even more complicated. Like, you can't jump to conclusions like that. But I was laughing at the idea of JT and Diana hanging out together. Like what kind of conversation will they have? Like, what are the things they're going to talk about? It's so funny because JT and Diana are so different. JT's a ball of sunshine. JT's very independent. JT's tough. She sees something, she wants it, she'll do it. She'll get it. She sees a restaurant randomly, she goes in, she eats. She doesn't care much. She goes to the supermarket all the time, like once a week, and she spends like $100. I go to the supermarket like once every 2 weeks, and I spend like 20 something dollars. Like, I'm so Mr. Saving, That's my personality. Leave me alone. But that's that. And then we have Diana, whom I don't know that well, but it's just like just the thought of JT and Diana like having dinner is just, or lunch, is just so like uncanny. And Potter agrees too. Potter's like, haha, yeah, it's like Friends. It's like Moi Ga, which is a very crappy soap opera from Hong Kong TVB, which I absolutely fucking hate. But it's like situational sitcom, like situational comedy, just, sitcom. And I'm like, yeah, in a way, but I was like, no, it's more like Game of Thrones, this character and that character. Like, what will they say when they meet up? So, ending off on a sweet note, I came back home and I immediately, I took off my clothes and washed my hands first, but then I took 2 ibuprofen pills. And it sucks because when I took those 2 pills, Mr. C came back into the house. Like, he was somewhere in the backyard or something. He saw me taking the pills and he was like, your fever is back? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, how do you know it? Well, I can fucking feel it. My eyes are burning and my head feels really heavy. I didn't say all that, but you get the idea. And I was having a fever, and I would never do this if I was 100% sober, but I poured some pills out of the bottle and 4 pills came out. And I was going to put 2 pills back to the bottle, which is bad. I shouldn't have even tried to do that. But then again, I wasn't like sober. Like, I was just so enfevered. And he's like, oh, remember, don't put your pills back to the bottle. And I'm like, oh, right. And then afterwards, I washed my face, washed my hair, whatever. I came back out, and Mr. C was like, remember to wipe down everything you touch, because you may get COVID. Which, I understand his concern, and I'm so glad that he's more concerned than the old host. The old host doesn't even fucking care. But, truth be told, using common sense, I don't have COVID. Let's be honest here. I took the vaccine, my left arm is sore, and fever came out. Exactly after I took the vaccine booster shot. So, and it's fucking stupid because it's day 2. The first time I took the vaccine, I had fever for 1 day. That's it. Second time I took the vaccine, I had fever for 6 hours. That's it. Now it's been 2 fucking days. And I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm more stressed. Maybe it's because I'm in the USA now, the environment is different, and I'm just feeling so much fucking stress. And like, I don't sleep much now. I eat poorly now, and my body is just weaker now, or has stronger reaction. Like, I honestly don't know, but it's just fucking awful. Oh, speaking of which, when I and Potter were waiting for the bus, at Culver City, I told him that even though I've been in the USA for nearly 2 months already, I don't really feel it yet. I don't feel it yet. The feeling, I haven't fully grasped how insane my situation is right now. I'm in a whole different country across the ocean. And I know that consciously, but I haven't grasped it yet. I haven't felt it yet. And I feel like the only way I could feel it is to have a dream. Like, if I have a long ass sweet sleep and I have a dream where I go back in time and go back to my old life, in my apartment in Hong Kong Island and the school, I will legitimately wake up and cry. And that would be the trigger if I ever get triggered and go down a downward spiral of depression and perhaps even psychosis. Like, the dream would be the trigger. And I kind of want that to happen, because without that dream, without having grasped how insane my situation is right now, I feel like everything I do right now is just part of an even longer dream. Like, nothing I do is real right now. I'm just playing a video game and I'm just living in it. At some point, the reality is going to break. Like, of course, I don't feel this way, but maybe unconsciously I do. I'm not trying to quote Freudian. I'm not trying to quote Sigmund Freud here, because I do not agree with him. But the unconscious and the conscious mind, the difference, that's actually real, okay? So consciously, maybe I know I'm in the USA. I know this is my new life now. I know how crazy this situation. But have I truly grasped it? Have I truly grasped how insane my situation is right now? I don't think so. But now I'm feeling better. I'm gonna take pills again at around 11 p.m. because it's 6 hours. I'm gonna go out and have dinner. It's leftover pizza. Mr. C and Mrs. C went out for dinner, so it's on my own again. Leftover pizza, which is stupid. Thank God I have a trail salad mix in the fridge. I'm gonna eat that awesome, epic salad box. Like, I just love it so much. And man, I'm getting happy over some salad. I'm getting happy over some garlic. I'm living the life, man. I got stuff to do, actually. I gotta watch 3 episodes of Mushishi. I gotta watch King Richard, which is apparently over 2 hours long, for fuck's sakes. And I want to sleep early because tomorrow I'm going to church. I'm going to Chinatown Church, and hopefully my mom's friend can bring me my student ID card, which is by now already expired for like a whole week already, and my bank card, because my bank is like locked or something, and I need to activate it somehow. Maybe I need to call them, but then if I call Bank of America, maybe I have to put the phone on hold for like 3 hours, because American companies do that all the fucking time. So, yeah, that's a total freaking mess. Alright, I forgot to mention one small cool thing, and that is, the Japanese girl. Okay, so, me, the Japanese girl, and a bunch of people, like, just grouped up together and started chatting. That includes I believe, the president of the film club, even though she doesn't act like it at all. And that also includes Lily, the white girl, the dancer, and, like, the, Eric, the dude who sat beside me, the Russian girl, another girl, and like Miles, the half British man, even though he has a full American accent, and he talked about like, like the music is so good, because we talked about music, because the Japanese girl, she actually doesn't major in film. Her plans to transfer is to study in LMU or NYU, and major in music, specifically classical music, which is very interesting. And a man was like, do you watch like Studio Ghibli films? The music is so good. And then the Japanese girl was like, oh, actually, it's Ghibli, because in Japanese is Djibouti. And that's just a little cool thing. Anyways, I'm gonna have dinner now. Man, I'm wasting so much storage space in my freaking phone. It's insane. Alright, time for the dinner they left for me. I mean, I love pizza, don't get me wrong. It's funny, the moment I came back home, before I took the pills, Mr. C was like, oh, do you like pizza? You like pizza, right? As if somebody in this world doesn't like pizza. Oh, we're gonna go out, there's some leftover for you. So this is all mine. I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat it all. I mean, it's gigantic, it's full of cheese and ham, and I'm gonna die if I eat it all. But, I think I'm gonna microwave it, or oven it, whatever. Alright, microwaved it. The true Italian way, microwaving pizza. Alright. This salad smells edible, and this, the oil seems to have erupted from the pizza again, but at least the salami did not explode. Alright, let's try to pinch it with a fork and eat it, because my hands are dirty. Cheers. Well, let's try the salad. Actually, not bad. Alright, time now is 10:37 p.m. I'm gonna try my best to really just do as little as these as possible. I don't know why. Maybe it's because the food is too oily, but like the roof of my mouth is hurting. I don't know why, but I'm having medical issues left and right. Also, this is getting sensitive again, which is making me think that maybe it's not because of the dog, but because of the oily foods. That's making me having these bodily reactions. There's a chemistry homework, which it's a chemistry lab homework, and of course, given that it is a lab homework, we actually have to, graphical analysis of data using Microsoft Excel. So yeah, that's exciting. I'm gonna do that immediately right now. Very exciting homework. Yay! And then I'm gonna watch a movie, King Richard, and then I'm just gonna take a shower, go to bed. That's all.